Umar Konate. Went down in stages, in the opinion of Ugochukwu, who gives away the free kick. Stadium filling up rather nicely, the main stand all around me, just looking, there's not too much space to be had. Helps, of course, with France at home. School day is finished. Worked forward, but a little too long from Konate. There is the French coach, André Chauvin, and there is opposite number, Lassina Dao. Michu. Given away by Keita. Well, it's 5 against 2 at the moment. If Ivory Coast can work it to this near side, they can. And it should have been the opening goal. Turned infield by Wawa. And somehow the chance was not taken. The little ball infield, and there with the final touch, putting it wide, Siaka Bamba. Really promising breakaway from the Ivory Coast, and it just didn't have the result that they wanted. Ouattara. That throw might have been erroneously awarded to the Ivory Coast. Agnekoy works it out to Tape on that far side. Konate. Konate, can he pull it back across? Goalkeeper with the parry and booted away by Traoré. France finding their goal under a bit of pressure at the moment. And it's a foul on Diouf. From Gilbert Bandama. Ouattara. The ball across. Needed to be cleared to safety and was. Virginius on the checks. Tape with a little touch in field. He just took his eye off that in midfield. Did Bamba. Well won by Konate. Agnekoy. Traoré will tidy. Well, earlier today, Saudi Arabia beat South Korea by 2-0. It was 2 late goals for Saudi Arabians to win the match and put them, at the moment, on top of Group A. Reminder, it's 2 groups of 5, and the winners of each group progress directly to the final. Weekend after next. And it was misplaced. Keita. Ouattara. Straight out of play. Kassim Ouattara. Joined Monaco midway through the season after the injury to Enrique. No way through for Columba. Ivory Coast certainly starting to impose themselves on this match now. Mishu beaten to it by Agnekoy. Might not go out of play on that far side, but it does now. Not a loss there by Ugachukwu, the midfielder. Van Konan then to clear upfield. Tape. Konate. Abdraman Konate. Bandaged hand of Agnekoy. Should be the keepers and is far too close to Matue from Zogbe. France, who at the Olympic Games later this year play the United States of America in Marseille, and then face Guinea in Nice, and then New Zealand back in Marseille. You are allowed 3 overage players for the Olympic Games football tournament in the men's event. Very interesting to see who that might be for the French. Taken down neatly by Ouattara. Columba loses out, but wins it back from Bamba. Possibly a little frustrated just in Noel Colombo, who hasn't been able to really involve himself as much as he would have liked so far today. Keita. Kudu. Chokwu. Andy Diouf. Ouattara. Gone for the return from Diouf. Difference in size there between Diouf and Bamba. No way through for Virginius. France getting numbers back behind the ball. Bandama. Got options left and right here, Gilbert Bandama. Bandama. Rather fell over the ball. There was a little pass available in field, which he might have been able to avail himself of. Virginius, the little flick, Mishu. Edouard Mishu.
À gauche, il ne pas. Yes, encore, à gauche.
Kudu. Going to play it into the middle. Cleared away. Does Columba challenge Konan for that crossed ball? Oumar Konate has his captain just in front of him. Chokwu picks up. Diouf now for France. Virginius. Hoping for a corner, getting a corner off Agnekoy. Scary moment at the back here for the Ivory Coast. Half an hour played. Swirling corner. That wind rather did take it. Relatively simple in the end for Conan to gather. You can hear the wind blustering through. You see it on the trees on the far side of the pitch there. Blowing quite strongly in this very blustery day. Wasn't this windy earlier on. In fact, there was hardly any wind at all. And it was so warm earlier, we had to have a cooling break in each half in the match between Saudi Arabia and South Korea, which, if you have just joined us, kicked off the 2024 tournoi. Maurice Revello with a 2-0 win for Saudi Arabia. Kept in by Zogby. Speculative ball over the top. Wawa will try and get on the end of it. So will Konate, but he's offside. Zogby. Had a little bit there for Conan to do. And you can see how that ball was held up by the breeze. It went out of play. Tape now for the Ivory Coast. Agnekoy. Conan. Slightly risky ball that. Kouassi. Zogby had made a curling run in field, but he's now out of position to right back. Here he is. Zogby. Whistle's gone. Foul there on Columba. Just caught there by Umar Konate. Long from Traore. Looking for the left back, Ouattara. Ouattara's ball into the middle. Goalkeeper almost beaten to it there by Virginius. Ouattara drives it across, gets a corner. Simpore, the defender, in the way. Good defending twice there from the Ivory Coast. Plenty of congestion around the penalty spot. Diouf with the corner kick. A little flick forward from Traore. Abli can work it back to Diouf, who just stuck out an arm to prevent further progress forward from Bandama. Tape. Bandama. Touch back from Konate. Wawa. Lovely little turn of pace from him, Konate. Space on this near side for Zogbath. Kouassi. Wawa. Can he get the ball across? Chris Wawa, he can. Great chance. Opening goal. And the Ivory Coast make the breakthrough. Gilbert Bandama. Chris Wawa. Very much involved in the build-up. Gilbert Bandama found after good work here from Wawa. The ball back across wasn't really picked up there at all. And Bandama able to guide that ball in. Sending the goalkeeper the wrong way, back across goal. There he is, the goal scorer. Gilbert Bandama, who is 17, he'll be 18 actually next Monday, the 10th of June, which isn't a match day in this group, Group A, it's a Group B match day. One of 3 players actually who celebrate their birthday during the tournament for the Ivory Coast. Ablin. Chance to ball it right back across, and the Ivory Coast just get away with that. Konate. It's away from Ogunchukwu. Konate still. Bit of space on this near side. Wawa. 3 in the penalty area. Chris Wawa wins a corner. Now play will just have to be halted temporarily because the Ivory Coast have a player down on that far side. It is Siaka Bamba. Here's the goal again. Wawa able to turn that ball across, and there will be questions asked in the French defence. Who was picking up the goal scorer? Well, he seems to be okay. Bamba. Several of the Ivory Coast players have come across in the meantime to this near side to take on water. No cooling break in this match. It's not quite warm enough. France with virtually everybody back. Corner kick then to the Ivory Coast. And we see Chris Wawa come across to the corner here to take this corner kick. You can see perhaps how the corner flag is bending in the wind. Probably at about 65 degrees, that corner. Wawa with it. Just got too much on the delivery. Into the last 5 minutes then of the first half. Plus whatever additional time is to be played. Padole. Traoré. Choku. Brahim Traoré. Ouattara. Ouattara with the quick throw, looking for Michu. Was a little too quick, and successfully shielded behind by Alex Simpore. Simpore, another 17-year-old, the central defender. Might well be that if they qualify, we see plenty of these Ivory Coast players at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup next year. The turn of the women's Under-17 and Under-20s this year in the various age group World Cups. And of course, the Under-17s from next year for both men and women will be an annual event. That's a foul by Kouassi. Down has gone Wawa. Not quite sure why. He's back on his feet now, though. That's too strong. Almost took out the assistant on the far side. Strong challenger from behind, too strong. From Cheick Keita into the back of Oumar Konate. Taken quickly. Bandama, the goal scorer. That go behind, it did. Corner kick. Which the Ivory Coast are in no hurry to take whatsoever. Cleared away easily. There's a foul though in the initial challenge for the ball. Brahim Traoré. Followed by Diouf. Can't get the return. Kudu's ball forward. Knocked into the advertising hoardings on the far side. Traoré. Sweeps it across. Bit of space here for Terence Kudu. Kudu fouled by Tape. 2 minutes additional at the end of this first half. France then looking for an equaliser before the half-time break. 5 blue shirts in the penalty area. That looked like a corner, and indeed it is. Cross comes Eduardo Michu to take. Corner flag might just be getting in his way with it bending down. Michu easily cleared. Not a bad effort, but it was always rising from Columba. Plenty behind it. As did the resulting free kick from Van Conan. Last few seconds then of the first half. That's offside by a long, long way. Christwawa, who continued his run and has now gone down in the penalty area, but it does all a little irrelevant anyway, because the half-time whistle has been blown. Gilbert Bandama with the only goal, as we see here. It's clearly offside. But he's pulled up, and that might be the end of Christwawa's participation in this match. So a worry then for the Ivory Coast. Wawa definitely looked like he pulled up with a problem. He will continue to receive treatment. Here's the run through, you can see just there. That's not right at all for Wawa. So they lead, but they might have to make a change ahead of the start of the second half. In this Group A encounter in Vitrolles, it is France 0, Ivory Coast 1 at half-time.
N'oubliez pas, pour ceux qui désirent grignoter ou se rafraîchir, un food truck est mis à votre disposition. Il se trouve sur l'aile droite de ce stade, sous le pont.
was here for the match.
Quoi?
Tu payes, man.
Quoi?
Tu payes.
Viens. Ça vient.
Bravo, allez.
Allez.
Restez, les gars.
Viens. Ça vient.
Bravo, allez.
Allez.
Restez, les gars.
Sors de suite. Allez. Allez. Sors-le. Allez. Sors-le. Allez. Sors-le.
Bien joué, Siaka.
Bravo, Ivan.
Serre-le.
Bien joué, Siaka.
Bravo, Ivan.
Serre-le.
Allez, un petit tour informationnel du tournoi Maurice Revello. Depuis 1967, le tournoi Maurice Revello voit s'affronter les nations de jeunes de différentes sélections dans le cadre d'une compétition estivale. 70 pays ont participé depuis la première édition du tournoi. Et plusieurs futurs stars parmi lesquels Zinedine Zidane, Cristiano Ronaldo, Thierry Henry, David Beckham, et plus récemment Martinez, Bruno Fernandes et Alisson Becker s'y sont révélés. Et c'est aujourd'hui sa 50e édition. Cette année, 10 équipes se feront face dans différentes villes de Bouches-du-Rhône. La France sera dans le groupe A, avec l'Arabie Saoudite, la Côte d'Ivoire, le Mexique et la Corée du Sud. Dans le groupe B, vous pourrez retrouver l'Ukraine, l'Indonésie, l'Italie, le Japon ainsi que le tenant du titre, le Panama. Les phases de groupe ont lieu du 4 au 12 juin, avant les phases finales du 14 au 16 juin. Pour toutes les informations du tournoi Maurice Revello, n'hésitez pas à suivre les réseaux sociaux, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn ou Instagram. La reprise de match est imminente.
That is the picturesque scene in Vitrolles, high up above the city of Marseille, where we are about to get the second half of this Group A encounter at the 2024 Tournoi Maurice Revello underway, with the Ivory Coast leading France by 1-0. Goal coming from Gilbert Bandama late in the first half, firing it past the French goalkeeper there, Mathieu Patoulet. No changes to either team in terms of personnel, which is perhaps a bit of a surprise because Christ Wawa, the right-sided attacker for the Ivory Coast, pulled up with what appeared to be quite a nasty injury on the stroke of half-time. Abli trying to find his way through. We have just joined us, Ivory Coast in their familiar and famous all-orange, France in their equally familiar and famous blue shirts and white shorts. So as it stands, Saudi Arabia and the Ivory Coast are top of Group A. Both have 3 points at the moment. Saudi Arabia having beaten South Korea by 2-0 earlier today. Picked up here by Virginius. As the Ogochukwu named today in the provisional squad for the Olympic Games by coach Thierry Henry. This is Kudu. Oguchukwu. Can't get it back from Mishu. Long ball forward, looking for Konate. He's not going to get there though. Easily tidied by Brahim Traore. Here's Cheikh Keita. Goes for Bastia. On loan at them from Rolls last season. Ivory Coast pick up. Bamba. Turns away from Diouf. Little header down from Ouattara. Should be quite a lively pace to this second half, with France now chasing the match. France who face Mexico in their next game on Wednesday, and in fact France play on all 4 of the first match days. The round that they miss out on is the 5th match day, which is a week tomorrow on Tuesday the 11th of June. Ivory Coast after perfect scenario. They play 2 matches, then have a rest day, missing out on match day 3 in this group. Reminder, 2 groups of 5. The top team in each group go through to the final. The team who finish in 2nd in each group face each other in the 3rd and 4th place to playoff match. Konate, able to chip it across the ball. Wawa will pick up. Still plenty forward for the Ivory Coast. Here's the goal scorer. Dama had to go back though. Kouassi. This is Bamba. It's the target of the 1-2 now. France might be able to break here in numbers. They can switch it across to the far side. There's 2 players in lots of space. Virginius. Little ball in behind Abline. Abline! Terrific defending. Sliding in to deny Maurice Abline. Look at this, because Abline is about to shoot, and then sliding in was Luke Zogba to get his body in the way. He can't quite believe it. Tall figure of Agnequay. Konate. Konate, slightly risky ball. Finds Simpore. Kouassi. Tape. Konate. Uma Konate. Uma Konate went down in stages there, just lost his balance really. As he was challenged for possession here by Traore. That's where he kind of lost it. Kudu. Konate putting some pressure there on Keita. Both these teams are in action on match day 2 in Group A. That's on Wednesday in Fos-sur-Mer. France facing Mexico. Ivory Coast up against South Korea, which as it stands is a match between the 2 winners on match day 1 in this group, but there's still plenty to be played for. Abline, Maurice Abline took a deflection. Kudu couldn't get there. Oguchukwu. never really looked convincing there in his delivery of the shot. Here's Leo Gochokwu. Forward by Agnikoi. Konate. Uma Konate. Draman Konate. Faced by Kudu. Bandama. Konate. Issue with a little touch back and then played back by Keita to his goalkeeper. Konate with Keita. Takes it away from him. Kudu joining in. Keita has it back. Didn't go out of play. Here's Tape. Bandama. Way back to Conan. Had to make a number of important stops in the first half. Ogochukwu able to work it out to that far side. Forward comes Kalumba. Kalumba's ball is back behind both Ablin and Virginius. Konate. Tape. Drives it across, looking for Konate in the middle. Uma Konate. Takes it down as well. And the shot slicing wide from Bamba. Real persistence from the Ivory Coast to try and keep possession. Long way off target though from Bamba.
Allez, lâche-le, lâche-le, lâche-le.
Mishu. Diouf. Teasing ball over the top, flag raised on the far side, offside against Ouattara. Tape. Diouf. Abli just dispossessed. Sliding in was Simpore. Kudu. Michu. And again. Diouf. Little drop of the shoulder there from Kalumba. Too long for Ouattara. It's just not clicking for France so far in this second half, although they could well have been back on level terms, of course, but for that terrific block from Zogba. Might we see changes from both coaches sooner rather than later? Expect France to shake things up a little bit more in the the next 10 minutes or so, if they can't find a way back into this match. Kouassi. Bamba. And a back from Kouassi. One of those who is based abroad, the midfielder. Kouassi is with the Horsens in Denmark. Simpore. Tape. Here's Tape again, found by Kouassi.
Tape, il faut que tu arrives à déborder. Hey, Tape.
Work wide by Simpore. Just too long though for Wawa. Agnekoy. Bandama, whose goal in the first half is still the difference between these two teams. That's offside. Against Wawa. Kudu. Konate shadowing him all the way. Diouf having to work it all the way back to Patolet. Here's Traore. Kalumba. Mishu. Kudu. Charge down there by Konate. France felt it was charged down with his arm, and the officials agree. There it is. So a free kick in a promising position for France as they search for an equaliser. The Diouf is the player who will hit it. Looks like we're going to get a triple change for France in a moment. Plenty of activity down in the technical area. Referee just laying down the law. Diouf. Wow, goodness me. Triple change, Wilson Odobert, Antoine Juju and Antoine Bonny are all going to come on. And the connection between those three, they're all strikers. Flag came eventually against Konate. So now the changes will be made. Mathis Ablin is coming off. So the captain is replaced. Leslie Oguchukwu also withdrawn. And Alan Virginius is the third player who is making way. So 3 attack-minded players on then for France as they chase an equaliser. But now they have some defending to do. Bamba, little ball inside, Konate! Wawa! Christ Wawa makes it 2-0. Well, he created the first goal, and he has now scored goal number 2 for the Ivory Coast. Look how short France are of numbers at the back. Wawa is at the top of your picture there in the right-hand side, and as the ball is played across to him, it's not the best of angles, it's a little tight. But he's able to send it past Matteo Patolet. Into the roof of the net. And the Ivory Coast have a second goal.
C'est un but pour la Côte d'Ivoire.
And they get it from a player who at half-time looked as though he might not be able to participate further, having pulled up on the stroke of the break with what looked like a muscle injury. So the youthful Ivory Coast side 2-0 ahead then against a French team with much more experience collectively. It's a foul by Konate. Now there is real sense of urgency. Kalumba. Foul by Bamba. And that will be a card. First caution of the afternoon. Siaka Bamba is shown yellow for this challenge. Free kick will be taken by Kudu. Plenty at the far post, hoping to get on the end of it. Back into the middle and only just wide. Check Keita, the defender, who'd come forward for the free kick. And as it's played across goal, just got there ahead of Simpore, but wide. France 13 times winners of this tournament. Desperate to get back into this match. Konate. France throw. Going to get changes for the Ivory Coast in a moment. Kone, one of those who's about to come on. Eventually given as a free kick. Diouf fouled. And the other change, she's Abdel Bamba. So a defender and a midfielder are going to come on. For the team who are leading 2-0. Diouf. Kudu. Plenty forward in blue. Clear behind for a corner. Wawa with the final touch. Will the Ivory Coast make the changes now? Probably not. Michaud across to take this corner kick. Cleared away. Bamba. Agnikoi. Agnikoi again, that went out of play, and that might well signal the changes to be made. Siaka Bamba coming off from midfield. That might well be as a direct result of the caution that he picked up just a few moments ago. And the other player coming off is Christ Wawa. Scorer of the second goal just a few moments ago.
So
Mohamed Kone and Abdul Bamba are on. Just got there in time. Okay, that. It is a corner. It'll be left for Kalamba. Delivered long, too long, goodness me. Well, set-piece deliveries hasn't been great for France today, it has to be said. Well, as France press forward, they're going to leave gaps at the back. Konate through to Konate. Goalkeeper comes out. What's the referee said? Penalty kick. And it's going to be a card, and it's a caution for Matteo Patoulet. He presumably feels that Oumar Konate was playing for this penalty kick. Clearly onside when he picked up the ball. Looked to be going down just before. Lost his balance about there. But you can see why Patoulet was making his point. That's the reaction on both sides of the coin. With time running out, successful penalty kick here could well take the game away from France. Konate looks in a bit of bother. France are warming up, preparing out rather a couple of substitutions. Penalty will be taken by Abdraman Kanate, the captain. Uma Kanate back on the pitch. So it's Abdraman Kanate up against Matteo Patolet. And the goalkeeper saved it. He will feel, in some sort of way, that justice has been served. Not the best of penalties, too close to the goalkeeper, who goes the right way. There's the two changes for France. It's Noël Le Breton and Tanguy Zukru, who are going to come on. So that penalty save from Patolet will give France real hope that they can turn around this 2-goal deficit. Le Breton, a midfielder. Zukru, a defender. They've changed 3 up top already. There's Landry Chauvin, the French coach. So off comes Cheikh Keita. Tanguy Zukru will take his place in defence. And the other change, this is Justin Noor Colombo, taken off. Every move forward now for France is tinged with a touch of desperation, although there is, of course, still quarter of an hour remaining, plus whatever additional time we're going to get. Juju to drive it across. Ivory Coast able to scramble it clear, picked up by the new arrival, Zukru. Juju with a delicate chip, goalkeeper palmed it away, cleared off the line, and goalkeeper again with the save. It was Eric Simpore who was the player in the right place at the right time to deny France a goal there with the goal line clearance. Well, what a moment that was in the Ivory Coast penalty area. Antoine Juju, goalkeeper with the initial save, and then with the block after Simpore had been in the right place at the right time. There's the defender to clear it away. Agnekoy. Ivory Coast will surely be feeling after some excellent defending in this second half. Remember, they almost conceded, but Luke Sokbe got in the way of a shot that was definitely goal bound. That was when it was just the 1-0. They might well be feeling, the Ivory Coast players and squad, that this might just be their day against the hosts. Michu. Juju. Konate. Oh, he's pulled up. That might be the end of his afternoon. He's in a lot of trouble. Juju. Don't have to halt play, France. Diouf. He's rather troubled there, isn't he? Here again is that goal line clearance from Simpore. An excellent goalkeeping at the back from Van Konan. Not a good penalty at the other end from the man who's currently down receiving treatment, Konate. Too low, too close to the goalkeeper.